Okay. Hey witches! I'm Veela Morgan, aka Magical Veela on Instagram, soon to be on YouTube, and I'm starting my own Patreon channel, which I'm super excited about. And this is my very first video. So it's going to be a bit of an experiment and a learning process for me, and hopefully for you as well, because I have some really cool magical stuff I'm going to tell you about. First thing, as part of my magical haul, this is really more like a mini magical haul. These are some magical finds, and I hope to be, over the course of the next year, doing one of these. Hi Goldie. I figured he might be joining us. That's Goldie's happy tail that you can see in the corner of the video. I'm trying to do this video late in the evening with the hopes that the kitty coven will just sleep through it, and you know that's not going to happen. This is way too exciting for them. So anyway, I've been promising to do some reviews on my mini magical haul from Amazon for a couple weeks now, actually, and I'm sorry that this is so late, because a lot of the products I'm going to be talking about tonight are things like calendars for the new year. And one of the things I've already learned is that when I do this for the 2019 year, I will make sure to order all the items before December and do that review at the end of this year instead of waiting so long. But some of the items took a little longer than expected to arrive. And the other thing that's going on in my life right now is I am getting ready to move out of state. So within the next 2 months, I'll be moving out of New Mexico. And I'm super excited about that. But in the meantime, my house, you can't see it because I created this little area to do videos, but the whole rest of my house is just a mess right now with boxes and packing materials and a lot of paring down and things going on, getting ready for the big move. So between those two things, the delay in receiving the items from Amazon, and then the holidays, and then the getting ready for the move, I've been a long time in preparing for this video, so let's get to it. First thing I want to talk about is the Llewellyn's Witches Calendar for 2018. Super cool, yeah? I resisted getting a wall calendar for years because they're big, and I thought, what am I going to do with this? Where am I going to put it? And I, a couple years ago, finally hung a bulletin board behind my desk, which is the other room that you can't see right now, and started hanging the calendar from that. And I have to say, I love it. I converted very quickly. I know we all, in this day of digital, I especially, I'm a total techie geek, and so I always know I can look up things like when's the next full moon. I can just hop on Google and find it quickly. But there's something about having a beautiful calendar hanging right behind your monitor where you can just look up and see it, which is even faster than Google. Hard to believe, but yes, true. And it's fun, it's witchy, it's beautiful, and I'm going to show you a little bit about this. Now, when this came, I ordered almost everything I'm going to talk about today from Amazon. I love Amazon. I am a Prime member, and I have been from probably the first week that they offered Prime. So a lot of the links that I'll be including will be to Amazon, but there are, of course, other places you can find these items. When this arrived, it was shrink wrapped in plastic, so it arrived in great shape, and it's got cardboard inside it. So we'll take that out. And you can see it's a beautifully illustrated calendar. And it's got a different page for every month. I'm going to flip through a couple of them. And some of the things that it includes, on each month, it gives you a little write-up with an article. For example, March has a water spell for growth. And it's got March correspondences. The stone is aquamarine. Also jade and bloodstone. The animal is wolf or cougar or whale. The flower is jonquil or daffodils or narcissus. And the ruling planet is Neptune and Jupiter. So, and then it's got a lovely illustration. And then on the days, it shows you when the moon is full and when we have a new moon and all the phases of the moon, where it's at in process, gives you colors for each day, and a lot of other miscellaneous information that you may or may not use. It includes both secular holidays and things like the spring equinox, for example, on March 20th. So your pagan or Wiccan or witch holidays are included as well. And for me, it's a bit of decor, but it's also useful because I like being able to, like I said, just very quickly look up when is the next full moon. Or I can jot things down on my calendar. If there's something that I want to include, like an article or a video I want to get done, hey, I'll be able to put next year's magical New Year finds on my calendar so I can refer to it quickly. Really beautiful, very well done. And I'm just as pleased with this new calendar as I was with last year's. The illustrations alone, to me, are worth it. They're so beautiful. I end up not wanting to throw my calendar away at the end of the year. I just kind of want to frame some of these pictures. Very beautiful. So that is the Llewellyn's Witches Calendar for 2018. Now, a lot of things I'm going to talk about, please do not hear me say you can't be a witch or you can't be a good witch if you don't run out and buy all of these goodies. I think for me, a lot of these things are more about fun and feeling magical and feeling witchy than they are about necessity. You and I both know you can drop a witch in any forest or backyard or park and they are still a witch without a calendar, without an almanac, without any of the other things that I'm going to talk about. But if you have access to these things and they speak to you, they're fun. So that's what this is all about for me, magical finds that I find fun or that are in some way helpful for my witchiness and doing the magic that I do. I'm a professional witch as well, so that kind of gives me a little bit of an excuse to surround myself with even more witchy tools. So let's talk about the next thing. The next one is the Llewellyn's Witches Datebook for 2018. Show that to you. This is, in a lot of ways, very similar to the wall calendar, but it's small enough that you could put it in your purse, your computer bag, carry it in your car with you, have it handy on your desk. And if you're someone like me who, for example, does professional tarot card readings and you need to write down appointments, this is really handy for that. So you can jot down appointments. It's organized by the week. Again, it shows you moon phases. Let me open to something that's got a full moon notation. Shows you all the different phases of the moon. So for example, this is April, let's see, March 31st, full moon in March 31st. So you can see what that looks like. There's plenty of room to jot down appointments. Even if you have quite a few appointments in a day, if you write small, you can fit quite a few on each day. It gives you a little information about each day, things like colors, the phases of the moon. It lists pagan holidays, it lists secular holidays, major religious holidays such as Christmas. In fact, I am going to go right now to December. So December 2018, Saturday the 22nd, we have a full moon. And it also lists Yule, or winter solstice, on Friday the 21st. And it lists Christmas Day on Tuesday the 25th. So if you celebrate both, or you need to keep up with your friends who celebrate one or the other, it's got them in here. It's also beautifully illustrated. Only the cover is color, but still it's got great little drawings and articles. Here's something about the winter savory moon, which is really beautiful. And again, I find with things like this, I almost don't want to throw them out at the end of the year because it's got so much pretty stuff and interesting, helpful articles. So that is the Witch's Datebook for 2018. And these run, it's listed at $12.99 on here, but I think it was actually around $10 on Amazon. And the wall calendar says $14.99, but I believe that was less as well. Usually at least a few dollars off on Amazon. So, and now that we've actually gotten into 2018, a lot of times their prices come down even more for calendars for that year. The next goodie I have is Llewellyn's 2018 Magical Almanac. Looks like this. This is really more of an optional fun thing. If you've got one or two of the other calendars that I've already shown you, you're pretty well covered in terms of knowing when the Sabbats are, the holidays, the full moons, and so on, and being able to jot down your appointments and keep track of your year. But the Magical Almanac has a lot more information and articles especially that the other two calendars don't. One of the things I noticed about this year is it is divided into sections that cover earth magic, air magic, fire magic, and water magic, which I thought was interesting and informative. For example, under earth magic, they've got some articles called The Well-Stocked Magical Cupboard, The 5 Celestial Animals of Feng Shui, Powwows and Why You Should Attend Them, Magic Without Candles, Magical Crafting, The Problem with Offerings, The Magic of Mundane Garden Creatures, and an article called Earth Beat. So under air magic, we have Greek handkerchief magic. That sounds kind of gypsy and fun. Daily dowsing, pagan prayer beads, the magic of reason, pseudoscience and critical thinking, creating quintessence, the balancing of elements, don't be afraid of the tarot, and key magic. Then there's an almanac section that gives you festivals, holidays, moon signs, lunar phases, colors, and an incense for each day. Excuse my voice. I talk a lot. I do a lot of readings. The next section is fire magic, and since I read you the others, let me give you this one. Metalsmith magic, Sacred Flame, Pyromancy, Charming Chickens. I don't know how useful that will be, but you never know. If you live on a farm, When invasive spirits come around, kindling fire, a practical discussion. Did you just see Kitty's tail walk by? Vesta, goddess of the eternal flame. Midsummer, the sun and fairy folk. And the last section is water magic, and the articles there are divine timing, aligning and harmonizing with the rhythm of the universe, a tale of a modern magical wedding, evolving a ritual circle, we are nature, a ritual for inner healing, drawing down the sun for seasonal depression. I need this. A guided visualization through the ring pass knot, recycling emotional energy. That's what it says, the ring pass knot. Recycling emotional energy. And a meditation for the incredibly reluctant. I don't need that. I'm not the least bit reluctant. So this is the Llewellyn's 2018 Magical Almanac. And again, it's kind of just extra fun, but it's got some great sounding articles, and they put these out every year, and the articles are always new and different. So if you're looking for some kind of new magical resource, some inspiration, some ideas, and anything I just described to you speaks to you, this might be something for you to look at. And this one also came from Amazon. I will put links underneath for everything that I talk about here. I'm new to YouTube, so I will figure all of that out, but I promise I will make it very easy for you to find. I really went all out on the calendars and the planners for this particular one. And this one is really fun. This is the Coloring Book of Shadows, a planner for a magical 2018 by Amy Cesari. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's spiral bound, and this is one of the items that actually took a little longer to be delivered, and I suspect it's one of those things that's like a print and ship on demand through Amazon. But whatever the case, it took a little longer than the other items in my order, but it arrived in great shape. And it's really a fun little planner because it is also a coloring book, and she does such fun, whimsical illustrations. I love this one. In fact, I want to color it and frame it. It says, "I solemnly swear that I'll make the most of this magical year." I will. How about you? I'm going to hold this up so you can see how cute this is. Isn't that darling? I can't wait to get my colored pencils out and color this. She's got the months laid out here like this. And then when you go into them, for example, here's January. It starts with an article called Herbal Salt Bath. And then it's laid out in the month like this. Not quite as much room there, but there is, then you get a weekly section as well that looks like this. So really you could easily write your appointments in that section as well. And it also includes moon phases. It's got little cute illustrations on each of your weekly pages. I'll flip to another one. Ooh, that's pretty. Section for notes. Really fun. My birthday's in March. Let's check out March. March opens with a magic dream sachet, a spell to learn from your dreams. And again, look how cute this is. And it's educational as well if you are a witch. For example, I don't know if you could see in the camera, but this has little drawings of herbs, and she's written out the names: rowan, yerba santa, jasmine, yarrow, mugwort, cinnamon, and then you can color it. Here's an article for intention setting. Again, lovely illustrations. So I really got this one originally because the idea of it being a witchy coloring book appealed to me, and I thought, okay, well, maybe it'll be useful too. It's a planner, and truthfully, I'm more excited about it than I expected it to be. It's cute, it's inspiring. I like her style of illustrating, and it's got some spells that I might actually use. Here's a simmering cauldron for Yule next year, a ritual to sit in darkness. And again, I ordered this one from Amazon. I want to say it was around $14. I will look that up, and again, I'll include a link where it's easy for you to find it. This next item is actually not a calendar exactly, but it is a book by Deborah Blake called A Year and a Day of Everyday Witchcraft, 366 Ways to Witchify Your Life. That's what that looks like. And I'm going to be working through this book, probably not every day, but maybe weekly or so in my new Patreon membership site. And I'll talk more about that on future videos and on my website. But I was thinking this would be a really fun way to further my craft as a witch, if anyone else wants to participate in that. Because we all get in habits, you know, where you find those spells that are really easy for you, and then those are the ones that you use all the time. So every once in a while I like to shake things up and look for new inspiration. Is there a way that I can look at this, look at things, look at magic, look at my practice that I haven't looked at it from before? A new perspective, some sort of new inspiration or creativity that I haven't been using. So it's always good, I think, to have new input, new stimuli, new inspiration coming in, new material. And you're not necessarily going to love every single thing in it, but you take with it what you like and what you use. So let's look at A Year and a Day of Everyday Witchcraft. I like Deborah Blake's work, by the way. I have a few books and items by her, some of which I will talk about in the future videos. So I just popped this open to February 5th, and it says, using witchcraft to beat the winter blues. I like it. February 6th is a spell for clarity and creativity. April 29th is about flora. The Romans held a holiday called Floralia in celebration of Flora, the goddess of flowers. Now, doesn't that sound fun? Here's the topic for October 5th is skyclad. If someone invites you to a ritual and tells you that all those attending will be skyclad, you probably won't need to worry about wearing the same outfit as someone else or whether your shoes match your skirt, because you won't be needing either. April 27th, the internet. The internet is a mixed blessing for witches. On the one hand, it gives us access to tons of information on all things witchy, as well as a way to reach out to others who believe as we do. Like, look at this video, we couldn't do it without it. On the other hand, much of that information is crap. Yeah. And some people are either unkind, misleading, or out to take your money. And she continues on with this article. So you can see there's a ton of different little articles, rituals, information, something for every day for 366 days. And I like that this book is petite. As I said, I'm getting ready to move out of state, and I've been paring down so much in my home. The one thing I still am not getting rid of is my big witchy library bookcase that is overflowing with books. Oops, there went a ring. Overflowing with books. And so now I hesitate a little bit before I buy a new paperback, and I like that this one is small but still seems like it will be very informative and very useful. So that again was A Year and a Day of Everyday Witchcraft by Deborah Blake. Very cute. And we'll be using this book in my Patreon group. More about that in the future. There is one other thing that I want to talk about in this video, and I'm so excited about it. Hang on. If you follow me on Instagram, which is at Magical Veela, you know that I recently ordered a witch hat from my friend Angela in Colorado, who runs the fabulous Queen Mab store on Etsy. Now, Angela is also a witch, and she hand makes beautiful witch hats, and I was really excited to finally order one for myself. I thought, you know, I'm going to get myself a belated Yule gift and start 2018 as a professional witch with a fabulous purple witch hat, because purple is my color. So it actually arrived. It arrived a couple days ago, and I've been resisting opening it because I wanted to do the unboxing on the video. That's how much of a dork I am for you guys. I am totally the witch geek. So I finally get to open it and show you my wonderful new purple witch hat from Queen Mab store. So let's do it. Hi, Goldie. Okay, I got a knife over here, so I'd be all ready for this. Now, Angela hand makes these, and this came from Colorado, and she did a really good job about shipping it very quickly. I'm just gonna rip it. I'm so excited! So she included a card and a cute little note with the raven on it. Signed by Angela. And this is that. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, so check this out. This is purple suede, and it's lined with a black sort of cottony material, and it's fully lined, and it has her label inside. And then there's a wire in the brim so you can shape it. Oh my God. Witches, you need a hat from Angela in your color, I'm telling you. I kept a mirror handy because I knew I was going to want to try this on. Let's see what we got. This is so fantastic. Check this out. Hi, Angela. I love my hat. It's adorable. All right, I am fully a professional witch now. I've got my own purple witch hat sewn for me by another witch. And I'll include a link for this as well below so you can easily find it. And I'm sure you'll be seeing a lot more of this hat in a lot of my pictures and videos for the site. So again, I'm Magical Veela. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that my videos are going to improve greatly over the next year. So if you are interested in learning more about tarot or witchcraft or being a witch, a professional witch, and if there's anything in particular that you would like me to cover, please mention it in the comments or come on over to Instagram and follow me there. I'm Magical Veela, and I'll include a link below, and I will cover anything that you would like to talk about witches. Thanks so much.